So you want to do great things. You want to hit big goals, but you feel behind on your goals and your dreams? Well, then you need to watch this video. The ideas in this video are based on the book Time Warrior, where Steve Chandler gives us not only an invitation, but also a challenge to become something far greater than what we are today. As per Chandler, if you want to become supremely productive, then you have to become a time warrior. So who is a time warrior and how can you become one? Well, anyone can become a time warrior. All you need to do is take out your sword, carve out time for what is important to you, and commit to taking action on that thing until it's done. That's it. Simple. That is the whole process of being a time warrior. It's all about carving out time, irrespective of what is going on around you and irrespective of anything that might be coming at you. But most importantly, what a true time warrior requires is a proper mindset and an implementation system in order to make it happen. And that's what this video is all about. So today I will share 5 key ideas and strategies on how to get into the time warrior mode and attain the highest levels of productivity that you've ever imagined. Now let's begin with the first idea. That is to create the time for what you want to do. People often complain that they can't find the time to do what is really important. Things like exercise, spending time with family, building their business, working on their passion. But the truth is, you will never be able to find the time to do anything. You have to create time for it. Now, this is not very complicated. It can be as simple as going to your calendar, assigning the date and time for the thing that you want to do. However, once you ruthlessly carve out time like a warrior, you will also have to protect that time slot. Let everything else that is going to happen, let that remain outside that chunk of time you carved out. That's the only way you will be able to create time for what you want to get done. The next idea is to launch an assault of sustained thinking. Now, 99% of people out there, what they do is constantly scroll through social media, check emails. While they're working, they're interacting with people. They're checking emails, they're checking their phone, they're checking Twitter and IM and Facebook and all that stuff. See, that is not the way to solve big problems or challenges. That's not the way to do anything meaningful in life. In order to solve big problems, in order to attain big goals, in order to do big things, in order to tackle big challenges, you must launch an assault of sustained thinking on one thing. Sustained thinking on one thing and only one thing for an extended period of time. Sustained thinking on one problem or one challenge for an extended period of time. Usually measured in hours, not minutes. If you're constantly switching back and forth between deep thinking and notifications on your phone or computer, you can never launch an assault of sustained thinking and you can never do big things in life. So your job is to carve out time for sustained thinking and protect that time so that you can be super focused during that time. Now, the next big idea is to create and activate your system. You have to literally follow a system in order to become a time warrior. And the way you do that is by asking yourself, what is it that I want to accomplish in the long term? And what is the system and structure I need to put in place in order to accomplish this goal? Now, the problem is that most people have no idea how to create structure and system that forces them to be supremely focused no matter what. They try and they fail at creating and sticking to structures and systems again and again. It's easy to create systems. It's easy to create structures. It's extremely difficult to stick to those structures and systems again and again and again. The truth is that almost impossible to do it all by yourself. And that's why you need external accountability and support to enforce a productivity structure or system into your life. Now, if you don't have such a structure or system in place, well, I have one for you, and I will tell you all about it a little bit later. Now, there's another fact that often derails people in the pursuit of their goals, and that is procrastination. So our next idea explains why we procrastinate and what we can do to stop it. You see, most of the time we tend to regard our important tasks as difficult and challenging. They seem big, they seem ugly. We don't even want to touch them because they feel like too much to do, and therefore we procrastinate. It doesn't have to be this way all the time. There are various ways to override this urge to procrastinate. The next time you're overwhelmed with a challenging goal or feel like postponing an important task, here's what you need to do. Identify the smallest next thing to do and just start by doing that one small thing. Identifying the smallest yet immediately possible action will enable you to take a step forward. It's almost like breaking that formidable task into tiny pieces so you can act upon the smallest possible thing first and take care of it one thing at a time. This will lead you to the next task and the next, and eventually to your goal. Now, there is yet another reason why most people stop themselves from taking any action or begin working on their tasks. Let's find out about this in the next idea. You see, most of the time, people keep waiting for that perfect moment in order to begin. And so they keep waiting for motivation or inspiration to strike in order to take action. They fail to realize that motivation is always preceded by action. There is no motivation without action. The key is to not waste time waiting for motivation, but to kickstart it by taking action. All you have to do is show up and start. Now, all of this is really easy for me to say, but it's not easy for you to do. In fact, you may already know about all of these points. You already know that in order to achieve your greatest goals and live a great life, you have to carve out time. You have to turn off distractions. You have to create and stick to systems. You have to stop procrastinating. You have to take action. But you don't implement most of these ideas every time you sit down to work every single day. You do them when you feel like it. So what I have done is I have designed a system where you're forced to implement all these ideas every single time you sit down to work. This proven system will help you become a true time warrior every single day, every single hour you sit down to work. And this system is called focus blocks. Let me tell you how it works. Focus blocks are live, silent, virtual group co-working sessions structured to help you eliminate distractions, lock in laser focus, and supercharge your productivity. Focus blocks help you become supremely productive while eliminating the need for willpower and self-discipline. Now, how do focus blocks work? You see, every focus block is a 60-minute live Zoom co-working session led by a trained focus guide, and it has 3 phases. Phase 1 is a 5-minute focus ritual, which is led by a trained focus guide. Here, you have to clarify your goal, make a commitment to that goal, and get into a focus state using the ritual, which is led by the trained focus guide. Then the next 50 minutes are the silent work sprint, where everyone is on mute, everyone's camera is on, and everyone's doing their work. This is followed by a 5-minute recharge ritual where you reflect on your progress and you take the time to stretch and meditate and recharge, and then you start doing this all over again. Now, I can tell you this ritual, but you're not going to do it by yourself every given day. And that is why we have created a structure, a protocol, and we do this live every hour on the hour, 24 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and 12 hours a day, every day on the weekends. So you can join as many focus blocks as you want and join other people from around the world on the same mission as you to get their best work done. So start thinking like a time warrior, show up for a focus block, and watch yourself carve out your time, stop procrastinating, and get your most important task done every single day. And in order to do that, just head on over to focusblocks.io in order to get yourself a free trial of focus blocks, or just click on the link below. All right, guys, I will see you inside the blocks.